Good morning, Avids, and welcome to another couple of hours, mainly of 60s favourites, with a sprinkling of less familiar items. To begin, a dance favourite by Little Eva that twice made the UK charts, The Locomotion, which first got to number 2 here in 1962. A hit written by Goffin and King for their home help Little Eva that was a US number 1, and when reissued in the UK in 1972 it charted again, reaching number 11. Also to come during this first hour will be requests for Duffy Power, Mike Sarn, Don Gibson and Anita Harris. And next, the amazing Cream, who only existed for a little over 2 years, from mid-66 to late 68, yet were among the leading pioneers of the evolving British rock scene. We're going to play White Room by Jack Bruce, who sang lead vocal, and his friend, the poet Pete Brown. This was released as a single after the group had broken up.
Station, black roof country, no gold pavements, tired starlings, silver horses ran down moonbeams in your dark eyes. Dawnlight smile on you, leaving my contentment. You said no strings could secure you at the station. Platform ticket, restless diesels, goodbye windows. I walked into such a sad time at the station. As I walked out
Cream with the track that was their second American top 10 hit, White Room. And from that to our first request from Jeff Prescott in Hornchurch, who recalls an early 60s bluesy interpretation of It Ain't Necessarily So by a British male vocalist that he's been trying to find for decades but can't remember the singer's name. Well, yes, we can help there. It was by a young man discovered at a talent show by Larry Parnes, who followed his usual pattern with other artists in his stable, such as Billy Fury and Marty Wilde, and renamed this singer Duffy Power. In 1962, Duffy recorded this song written by the Gershwin brothers for their opera Porgy and Bess.
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. Now Moses was found in a stream. Little Moses was found in a stream. Was old Pharaoh's daughter who fished him from water. She fished him, she said, from that stream. Now Jonah, he lived in a whale. Ah, Jonah, he lived in a whale. He made his home in that fish's abdomen. Jonah, he lived in a whale. It ain't necessarily so. I said it ain't necessarily so. The things that your preacher is liable to teach you, it ain't necessarily so. David was small, but oh my. Little David was small, but oh my. Oh, he slayed big Goliath, who laid down and died. Oh, David was small, but oh my. It ain't necessarily so. I said, let me have. I ain't necessarily so. Listen to me. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so.
Duffy Power was signed to Parlophone, for whom he recorded throughout the 60s, backed by top musicians, for example making an early Beatles cover of I Saw Her Standing There with Graham Bond, Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker. But despite this fusion of quality material and talent, which led to critical acclaim, Duffy Power never achieved the record sales that he surely deserved. Now, we're happy to tell you that the Recall label has just released a new double CD containing 31 tracks by The Herd under the title Underworld, after the group's first hit by Howard and Blakely, produced by former Hollywood actor Steve Rowland, who at that time, 1967, had just completed an album called Emotions by the Pretty Things. However, here's that Herd hit from the Underworld. A top 10 hit for the Hyrds in 1967. And to follow that, here's an American hit by Etta James, whose string of successes throughout the 60s made her one of the most successful R&B acts of the decade. Although changes in style of British radio during this period sparked off some interest in her music, it was restricted initially to a small band of soul collectors. But eventually it prompted bookings for her for European tours. Even so, Etta James never achieved a hit here until 1996, when her American B-side from 1961, I Just Want to Make Love to You, was used in a soft drinks commercial, sending the record to number 5 in our charts. But here's a US top 40 hit from 1960 called All I Could Do Is Cry.
Church bells ringing, I heard a choir singing, I saw my love walk down the aisle on her finger. He placed a ring. Standing there with my man, I heard them promise till death do us part. Each word was a pain in my heart. All I could do was cry. The wedding is over. Rice has been thrown over their heads. For them, life has just begun, but mine is at an end.
Etta James at the beginning of the 60s. And now we continue with our feature Stuck on 2 American Style. At the end of March 1967, the Mamas and the Papas climbed from number 6 in America to number 2, where they remained for 3 weeks with Dedicated to the One I Love.
While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above. This is dedicated to the one I love. Can never be exactly like especially for me, and it's something that everybody needs. While I'm far away from you, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby. Because it's hard for me, my baby. And the darkest hour is just before dawn.
If there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me,
Then it's something that everybody needs. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above.
this is dedicated to the one I love. 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 This is dedicated.
The Mamas and the Papas version of a song that had previously been a US top 10 hit in 1961 for the Shirelles. And this time round it was kept off the number one spot in America by the Turtles with Happy Together.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, release my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together. We're happy together. So happy together.
Turtles #1 in the States, where it would eventually make way for Frank and Nancy Sinatra's Something Stupid. But here on Sounds of the 60s this week, it makes way for a track from another newly released CD, Volume 7 of Ace Records' occasional series Where the Girls Are. 26 tracks this time, featuring lesser-known works by the Janettes, Brenda Holloway, Mary Clayton and many others. The track we've chosen is by a group called the Jewels and was written by the husband and wife team of Ashford and Simpson under the title of Smokey Joes. The Jewels recorded this twice, first as a B-side and then again in 1967 when they were appearing in the James Brown Review. The girls hailed from Washington, D.C., and after 3 years on the road with Brown, they returned to family life, except for one member, Martha High, who stayed with the Review for decades, releasing a number of solo singles.
Everybody get ready, come follow me. What a night tonight is gonna be. All the folk you know will be there, and they'll be coming from everywhere. We're gonna party, party, party all night long. Everything will be going strong as Smokey Joe. That's where the in crowd goes. Smokey Joe's, yeah. We'll find the table just for two, and we won't even care what the others do. I'll hold and squeeze you tight. We're really gonna live it up tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock it all around. Shake, shake until the walls come down. That's Smokey Joe. Any and everything goes. That's Smokey Joe. Yeah. You don't need no call. It's not very far. Just around the bend. Joe and everybody. Leave all your trouble and care behind. Baby, let's forget all about the time. We'll get in the groove. Come on, baby, it's time to move. And now work, work, hey, work it all night. All right, that's Smokey Joe. That place is never closed. Smokey Joe, yeah. Come on down, yeah. Come on down, yeah.
Now available again on CD, that Jules single from 1967, bringing us to your request, Sandra Heath of Lewisham, telling me that you're looking for an old school friend named Philip Judge, with whom you were in a children's home called Shirley Oaks in Croydon in the early to mid-60s, and you used to sing together Mike Sarn and Wendy Richards' hit Come Outside, that was a #1 in 1962. Sandra says she'd love to hear from you again, Philip, and catch up with what you're doing now. In any case, we're happy to include this as a tribute to Wendy, of course, who, as you all know, died at the end of February.
Little doll, we've been jiving all night long. Little doll, got a feeling something's wrong. 'Cause it ain't right to wanna keep on dancing. There won't be any time left for romancing. Come outside, come outside. There's a lovely moon out there. Come outside, come outside. While we got time to spare. Little doll, it seems ages since we kissed. Little doll, think of all the fun we've missed. 'Cause it ain't right to wanna keep on dancing. There won't be any time left for romancing. Come outside.
What for?
Come outside.
What's the rush?
There's a lovely moon out there.
Cold outside.
Come outside.
Why?
Come outside.
You do keep on.
While we got time to spare.
I want another twist.
Now I went and promised your old man that we'd be home about 10:30. Seems we got just one more drive, then we'll be starting home again. Come outside.
Get lost.
Come outside.
Go and ask
There's
Lil.
a lovely moon out there.
Go off, people.
Come outside.
Give over.
Oh, come outside.
Belt up.
While we got time to spare.
Why don't you listen to the
Little
beats?
doll, I know the band ain't bad. Little doll, I'm a getting kinda mad. 'Cause it ain't right to wanna keep on dancing. There won't be any time left for romancing. Come outside.
Lay off.
Come outside.
Shove in.
There's a lovely moon out there.
You are a one.
Come outside.
All right.
Come outside.
Not for too long.
While we got time for a bit of slap and tickle, eh,
I'll
bird?
slap and tickle you in a
I'm coming
minute.
out for a bit of snot, eh, darling?
Cool, you don't need a shave.
Yeah, I know. Let Mark was here,
I'll
eh?
pass that for too long.
And Mike's number one, featuring the voice of Wendy Richards. When the search had been on to find a song to couple with Fountain of Love on Mike's first hit single, arranger Charles Blackwell came up with Come Outside, and they invited Wendy, who at the time was working as a secretary in San's manager's office, to participate in the recording and even to throw in some of her own lines. And now a track by Frida Payne, probably best remembered for her 1970 chart-topper Band of Gold. In 1966, she'd released an album for MGM called How Do You Say I Don't Love You Anymore, which has just been issued for the first time on CD and includes Paul McCartney's Yesterday.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the girl I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why he had to go, I don't know. He wouldn't say. I said something wrong, and now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why he had to go, I don't know. He wouldn't say. Ooh, I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I
One of the hundreds of covers of that great McCartney classic is recorded by Frida Penn.
Her hair is soft and her eyes are oh so blue. She's all the things a girl should be, but she's not you. She knows just how to make me laugh when I feel blue. She's everything a man could want, but she's not you. And when we're dancing, it almost feels the same. I gotta stop myself from whispering your name. She even kisses me like you used to do, and it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And when we're dancing, it almost feels the same. I've gotta stop myself from whispering your name. She even kisses me like you used to do, and it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you. And it's just breaking my heart, 'cause she's not you.
That Elvis disc was on a double A-side in the States, linked with Just Tell Him Jim Said Hello, both songs written by Lieber and Stoller, though on She's Not You they'd also collaborated with Doc Pomus, which as the sole A-side in the UK became Elvis's 12th chart topper in 1961. And next, a playing hard to get letter from Kay Spur in Cumbria, who says that in her early teens one of her most played 45s was Don Gibson's Sea of Heartbreak. But on hearing the other side on Sounds of the 60s a while ago, I Think It's Best to Forget Me, it had an amazing effect on her, she said, even bringing out a hot flush. Now, however, she's been unable, to her dismay, to find it on CD, so applies to us for help. Well, it did appear on an album called Girls, Guitars and Gibson, backed by 3 guitars and produced by the legendary Chet Atkins, and that was reissued on CD in 1999 by Eagle Records, and we'll be delighted to send you one of our own CD copies of I Think It's Best to Forget Me, so you'll be able to flush away to your heart's content.
Don't call me anymore. By now, you know the score. By now, you know I'm not what I seem to be. Too much you love and too much I deceive. I think it's best to forget me. Yes, I'm the one who lied, used every alibi. Down deep inside, I think that you really knew. I must confess to you, oh, can't you see? I think it's best to forget me. Oh, I had no right to do the things I did, I know. Should have told you this a long, long time ago. No longer can I hide the hurt I feel inside. No longer can I live with this misery. Too much you loved and too much I deceived. I think it's best to forget me. Yes, I think it's best to forget me.
So, with a bit of luck, that should be one more frustrated customer satisfied, which gives us a warm glow too. And next, a US top 10 hit in '62 for Freddie Cannon, with words provided by his own mother. A demo he'd recorded was sent to Bob Crewe, who re-recorded the song with additions of his own, encouraging Freddie to drop in woo-woo at every available opportunity. The song became Tallahassee Lassie and his first American hit in what would be a span of 7 years. In 1962, this was another of them, called Buzz Buzzer Diddle It. Freddie Carmen, long after he'd been transmogrified by Bob Crewe into Freddie Cannon. And now Mark Dawson of Jersey has come up with a challenge to Phil to find an Anita Harris recording from 1965 of a song he describes as beautiful and haunting called I Don't Know Anymore, that he's been unable to find on CD. Well, we don't think it has ever been on CD, but this Pie single was a song that Anita wrote together with her manager and husband, Mike Margolis, and here it is.
How many leaves has autumn? How many shells has the shore? How many miles is my love away? I don't know anymore.
Anita Harris from 1965. You were quite right, Mark. That single did eventually find its way onto a Marble Arch compilation LP. Hope you enjoyed hearing it again. A few weeks ago, we played a track from a new CD called Instro Beat with 28 British instrumentals from the 60s, and we've since had a number of inquiries about this one's release. Well, it's on the new Legacy Sounds label and features such groups as the Shadows, the Fentones and Sounds Incorporated, and we're going to play another track now before we break for the 9 o'clock Radio 2 news summary. This one was recorded by Mike Berry's one-time backing group The Outlaws and written by Joe Meek. Indian Brave. Side 2 of Sounds of the 60s continues after the news. This is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 9.